know, we get a lot of sinkholes, believe it or not. Probably every public works office does, and all of our sinkholes are not real big ones. Some of them are smaller. But they all need to be fixed, and they all impact people. So when we find them, we fix them. I'm standing in the city of Warren, in an area just off of 12 Mile Road between Hoover and Van Dyke, where we have a drain called the Lorraine Drain. Years ago, this was all open, right? I mean, Warren was these were all old agricultural drains back in the day. And then as the neighborhoods developed, they enclosed the drains. And you know, the kind of material that they used back in the day, and whatever they had. And I mean, if you think about how many years have passed, obviously things fail. Things fail. So their life expectancy is right there. Anyway, we were contacted by a group of neighbors in this area that they were noticing their backyards all the way through this whole stretch here were sinking, right? They had a lot of, indentation in the ground, and then, holes were starting to appear. So we came out and inspected and found that, in fact, in our old Lorraine drain here, that there was an issue. So this is about an 11-foot pipe that's under the ground here. It's about 8 feet under the surface. Sometimes you say whatever's under there, we don't have a clue half the time what's under there, but just because it's out of sight, can't be out of mind. Eventually something happens, and that's what happened in this case. So we started to inspect, and we ran a couple of dye tests where we put dye in the drain to see if there's any joints or different areas where it's leaking, and found that it was. So what we decided to do was to fix all this drain back in here, and fill it all in for the folks. And we thought this was going to be a small project. We thought it would be a small project, a relatively inexpensive project. As it turned out, once we started grouting the pipe and filling in all the various voids, what you do is you put in sort of a fillable material. And it's sort of a floating type of a cement, sand mix. And so when we started really filling in some of these voids in here, the voids took a lot more of that material than what we had originally anticipated. This thing ended up being almost a $200,000 project. That's a big project for a drain in people's backyards, but I mean, what are you going to do? You could have a small child, put their leg in a hole, or anything could happen, right? So we can't have that. These drains are under our jurisdiction, and we have to take care of them, and so we did that in this case. So anyway, I just wanted to demonstrate an example of a smaller sinkhole that we've worked on. And we work very closely with the city of Warren in this case, and in fact the expense for paying for this is going to come through drain funds, which are run through the city of Warren here, and of course our funds. And so we're all in it together, trying to fix some of these various infrastructure things. But there's a lot of old, aging infrastructure, and I think everybody's trying to do their best just to try to keep up with it. In some of the older neighborhoods, we really do find that that's true. But anyway, the neighbors have been very cooperative. We're standing in somebody's backyard right now, and we appreciate all of their patience in working with us.
Follow us on social media. For more information, explore our website. Reach out via email or connect through our toll-free hotline, 1-877-679-4337.